Alright, I wasn't gonna make a video, but like I just need to like get these thoughts off my mind, dude. So I'm playing in a tournament and I get so my first wow. Okay, yeah, no, I just can't even make this shit up anymore. I can't like switch the frame or whatever, but my first match, hold on, 6 8 5 7 6 8. 6 6 8 5 7 6 8. So my first match, the guy's like not giving me the code, and he's like, "How do I make the lobby?" Or he said, "How do I join?" So I was like, "What the fuck do you mean? How do you join?" I was like, "Dog, you make the lobby." And I was like, "Okay." So he gives me a room code. I join. It's South Africa. South Africa. That's what we're on Better Seed. Um, yeah, what the hell is that? So I was like, hey, buddy, and it's just a regular custom lobby. Like no rules have been set at all. It's just regular custom. So I was like, okay, yo, dude, like, are you from South Africa? And he said, yes. And I was like, okay, this is a US East tournament. You can't play in this tournament. So then I got an admin involved. He didn't know how to ban the maps. He didn't like. He's just never launched Brawlhalla before. So I was like, okay, this is awesome. Um, So let me just fucking make quick work of this guy. So yeah, we like get the set over with finally, and this website is so awful. Like it's not designed to be intuitive at all. You have to like have a manual on how to use it. Uh, but I finally figure out how to navigate over to the bracket page, only to find, well, because you can see your next game and stuff without going into the bracket. But it just wasn't giving me the lobby. Like they hadn't started the round or whatever, and it's like literally the second round of the tournament, and we're like 20-30 minutes in and we haven't started the second round. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? What was that? Did you see that? Uh, yeah. So I finally managed to get my way over to the bracket. That was a process. I had to like go up into the top right corner where you can't even see, and you gotta find the tournament that you're in, which isn't obviously at the top. You have to like actually scroll and look for it, right? Even though it's the tournament you're literally in right now, you cannot just directly, easily, conveniently navigate to that page. You have to like dig. So I dug and I found the fucking page, and then I like scroll down and I click like the second option on the third menu to get to the bracket when it's like, just make the bracket the fucking whole page. Just, I'm in a tournament. Let me see the tournament. Like I can't even I have to like, why am I having to investigate to find the tournament that I'm in actively fighting in right now? Like what the fuck, man? So I get to the bracket page, and then it's like I have to scroll down manually through the whole thing to find where I'm at in the bracket. Like what the fuck? So then I saw that my match hadn't started yet. It's just waiting. It's like, what are we waiting for? Christmas? Launch that shit, bitch! Like damn. So we fucking I just like walked away from my computer. I was like, well, this is gonna take fucking ages, so who cares? And then I was like, you know what? I gotta make a video. I gotta let this out, or I'm gonna fucking go insane and end up like making a mistake, dude. I gotta fucking get this off my chest. So, um, yeah, no, I just can't even believe it. So now here we are fighting this guy, and this guy took like absolutely forever after they finally did start the game. Uh, and then he gives me a room code, and he goes, "That's the room code." Thanks. I I wasn't sure. I wouldn't have known unless you told me that that was the room code. That's how I figured it out. That's how I knew, is that you said that. Like at first I just thought, "Wow, what are these 6 numbers doing here? This is a little bit strange. Maybe I could do something with them." And then he let me know. He let me know that it's the room code. So, here we are in round number 2. I figured, what the hell? I might as well just make a whole video about this, because my tournament experience from 2018 or 2019 when I played my first tournament to 2026, I was like 12 or 13 maybe. No, wait, how old was I? No, yeah, it would have been like I think I was maybe 15 when I played my first tournament. I was diamond. I had like 1,000 hours or over 1,000 hours. Played my first tournament. Now 22 years old, living in my own apartment. Um, I'm just like a full-grown adult manager. I have a full-time job, all that, and here I am playing Brawlhalla tournaments, and it's like they're just worse than ever. They just keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse. They never get better. Only worse. Only worse. Only de-improvements. Not improvements, de-improvements. I don't know if that's a word, but that's the kind of quality and care that we're going to give to Brawlhalla, because that's what they give to us. It's like, I don't want to, like, don't get it twisted, alright? The updates they have brought to the game, the patches that they've actually put into the game for the last, like, 6 months have been good, improvement, healthy, like positive patches, like all uphill type shit. Like I do think the game itself, the in-game experience, the gameplay is not as bad as it used to be. Is it good? Kinda. It's like I have less things to complain about. I think that's the thing, is that the long, lengthy list of complaints has dwindled down. Some new ones come in, but a lot of old ones go out. You know what I mean? So I'm a fan of like the direction that the game is going. Like when I launch Brawlhalla on Steam and I'm like just playing it. But when it comes to like the community, the the videos, all the content that's like out there officially from Brawlhalla, like everything in that sense, I do think has gone in the wrong direction. Like I don't think tournaments and events and all that have ever been like, I don't know. At least for the past, like BCX 2022 and 2023, those were good times. I mean, I am an old player. It's hard for me to like adapt and adjust. I don't know what this game is like from the perspective of the new generation of players, like the new top competitors. I don't know. One thing I think about that's interesting is let's say, like, what if you took the top 8 from today's tournaments? I got kicked from the game room. Oh, okay. Wow, that's a first. Yeah, this guy's pissed. Yeah, no, yeah, there we go. He's just ready to get the hell off the game, dude. He doesn't even like it. Doesn't even like the game. Yeah, this game, I think that community tournaments in 2026 are effectively dead. You can be a 2800 that could win some money here and there, like if you just only get on the game and like practice just enough to maintain your skill and you join these shitty tournaments, you can win real money. Like you can get just free money for that. I mean, it might take up several hours of your time that you could spend just going and making more money. But in theory, there is something positive to gain, like for the future of your life in Brawl. So that's something to be considered. You know what I mean? We're setting the bar is low, but there is a bar. There is a point to get on. Like it's not to the extent where like there's not even a reason to have the game installed. Like we're not there, but I would say that a lot of people might feel that way. And I know my personal friends that I have played this game with for all my life, or all for the life of the game, they that's where they're at with it. They're like, I literally don't want this icon to be on my desktop because there's nothing like making me want to launch the game. And I'm just like, okay, good to know. I'll stop asking. But yeah. And I don't think I'm being very dramatic. That's the thing, is like normally I am very a little bit radical, a little bit, you know, off the deep end type shit. But I mean, these are real, you know, repeating, lingering problems and observations that go on over the course of half a decade. You know, it's not nothing. It's real. It's happening. Biting into this chicken breast right now. Okay, so you can't see my screen, but here we are, waiting for my next match. We are 40 minutes into this tournament, waiting for match number 3. So, upper round of 16. Everything's a best of 3. Yeah, I don't even know if I can like show you how intense it is to get to the bracket. Like, I actually might just hold on. I actually might just have to show this. I gotta like put this over here, and then let me just change this window real quick. Okay, how do I do this? Here we go. Can you see that? Yeah, here we go. Just throw that on there. This is my Twitch setup. I don't have like a YouTube setup, but okay, so as you can see, let me just put this over here so you know what the hell is going on. Holy shit, that's taking up my entire screen. Okay. So we're at my last match, right? That's great. That's phenomenal. So you have to go to your activities, and the first activity is all tournaments coming up that aren't happening right now. I have to scroll down to the bottom of this list to see the tournament that is actively happening. Okay. Now, can't go to the game. I can leave. So bracket. So okay, so here we go. So I can click this, but then it doesn't pull up the bracket. It just pulls up the individual match, right? So if I want to go to the bracket where I'm at, I have to click bracket. I'm looking at the grand final. Okay, so I don't know what I don't know what this layout is. Why is it like this? Why do we have just the grand final right here and then just the normal rest of the tournament here? Now the having the upper and the lower round on one vertical axis page is good. That is a good thing. That makes sense. Okay. And it does highlight my name. So that's good. I don't know how these people have not played their set yet. I don't know how that's possible. We got Prominence FN, Prominence Fortnite against Guest 8EA. Fucking, you know what I mean? Okay, so we are making progress. Technically, we are making progress. So obviously, I'm gonna fight Hexo, and then I will probably lose. And then let's see where this takes me. Can I even find out? I will have no. I have no indicator of where I will end up after this. I don't know if I'll still be in this side of the bracket or if I'll go forward or what even, you know, will I be 111, 110, 109, 108? Like I don't really know. I do think that I will win whatever match I play. And then so lower round of 16. So this is top 16. Top 16. Yeah. Okay, so we figured that out. And then winner of this will progress to top 8 because it just keeps cutting in half, I guess. So we figured that out using logic and reasoning. So let's click 2 here. Nothing's changed. 3. So okay, so now this is different. Now we're looking at the upper 16. It's all blending together. Upper quarters, upper semis, upper final. And then that will go into the grand final. Okay. So here I am back here. So now we're looking into the future. Totally different set of. There's no separation between from the old website. There's no separation between top 8 and the rest in the pools and there was like top 132, top 32, whatever. But here it's just all one continuous line, I guess. So that's fine. I just don't think that's made very clear because I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at unless I like open it up like a textbook and read through the chapters. You feel what I mean? Got to find that fucking index. Yeah, so I'll fight Hexo here, hopefully, if we can ever progress to that point. Then I have no way to tell where I will end up after that, like literally. And then I'm on a totally different page now. See, I've scrolled through the winners, so now I've got to like separately scroll through the losers. And then I don't know if I'll end up, I'm assuming somewhere in this row. I would still be in the lower round of 16 because I have not progressed. Well, now, no, when I go here, I will be in. Okay, so after I see. Okay, so this is what I missed before. This is what I missed. So I will win this match, and then that will progress me from the upper round of 16 to the two top 8. I will be in winners top 8. 4 matches. But is it though? Upper quarterfinals, 4 matches. So it'll be 8 people on the winner's side, but then there will be 8 people on the loser's side as well. So the upper quarterfinals and the lower round of 8 is top 16. That's not top 8. So then the upper semifinals would be the beginning of winners top 8. It would be 2 matches, 4 players. Down here, I have to scroll separately. Two matches, 4 players. So now this is top 8. You get to this point. So then the winner of this goes to the winners final, and then here we'll have 4th place and then 3rd place. Winner of that goes up here. Then we get to the grand finals. So we've figured that out. Okay, we figured that out. So it doesn't, for me, it doesn't make any sense to label it as upper round of 32, upper round of 64, lower round of 32, because it's only referring to one side of the bracket at a time. It's not referring to the whole tournament, the whole bracket. It's at once. It's this new separate term, right? That just only is it's one-dimensional. It's got its blinders on. It's single-minded. It's closed-minded. That's what I'd say. Referring to it as upper round of 16 is closed-minded. That's what you would say. Shit makes my fucking blood pressure go through the roof, dude. Heart rate, breath rate, will to live down, everything else up. See, now, my analysis as somebody with an IQ of 143 on sheet paper genius, apparently, according to the state of Missouri, this is purely idiotic. That's what I would say. That's my diagnosis of this website. Idiots designed this. And I believe that to be 100% true. I would meet whoever made the website. You could put them in front of my face, and it wouldn't matter what they look like, or where they're from, or how old they are, or anything, any information about them, and I would say to their face, "You are idiots." That's what I would say to them. That's the first thing I would say. I would not introduce myself. I would just say, "Hello, creators of Challenger Mode, you're idiots." I wonder if we could actually figure out who's the culprit here. Who done it? Creators of Challenger Mode website. Here we go. Here we go. Now I got something here. Philip Skogsberg. Sounds Swedish. Here we go. There he is. I got a picture right here. There it is. I got it. Product and design. Some of my colleagues. Rickard Larson. Yeah, these are Swedish people. Christopher Telst. Okay, Teljstedt. While I'm waiting. Oh, I got a match? It started? Whoa, dude. That was unexpected. I was going to try to pronounce this guy's name. This foreign-ass, Scandinavian-ass name. What is that, Finnish? Denmark? I don't know. But these gentlemen right here, these guys that are all wearing black t-shirts and all have their hair like slicked back or whatever, you guys need to do a better job. You guys need to start from the ground up. I'd hit the framework, okay? 'Cause this is not it. So anyway, that's my consensus. You know, and you can not care, you can be upset, you can be whatever you want, but at the end of the day, I'm a user, and it's not clear to me. It's not done right. So now that I've had that fucking rant, we've made it to the next match. 89488. Let's go ahead and drop that in the chat. 89488. Is that what I said? I believe it is. It is 89488. Enter. Here we fucking go. Lock in. It is time to play some Brawlhalla. Holy shit, dude. It's far and few between these days. You've got to fucking fight. You've got to dig and claw and have faith and believe that you can fucking play Brawlhalla. Here we go. Level 25 Bryn with fucking deck stance, dude. I'm so ready for this. And I banned the wrong map because I fat fingered my key. That's alright. I don't need it anyway. And he's platinum. Alright. Well, I'm gonna load into the top the upper round of 16. Whatever the fuck that means.
3, 2,
so the upper round of 16 is just top 32. I heard a disconnect sound. He disconnected? I didn't get any indication on my screen. You guys saw that on the recording. I don't know. I don't know. I've never seen this in my life. Just can't even make this shit up. Load into the game. Guy disconnects, but there's no notification on the screen. I've never. How do you disconnect without? How does Brawlhalla have a player disconnect and there not be a notification on the screen? They're not in the loading frame, not in the as we were dropped into the arena, not during the game. At no point. Obviously he disconnected, but I never was indicated of that. So that probably didn't even count. He wasn't in the game for more than like 10 seconds, so it probably didn't even count. So are we just going to do this over and over again? Because if you load into a game and you're not connected, like, for at least a certain amount of time, I think in the rules, the game doesn't count.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
Let's see if we can get a game here. We've got life. Dodge up. Dodge away. Dodge up in. I didn't input that correctly. That's alright, because he's just going to sit on the wall. Nice spot dodge. Did he disconnect again? What did I hear right there? Was that a noise? No, he's here. I get it's hard with like the players that enter the tournament, like you just have to take what you get, but I'm gonna go from fighting like people that literally just don't even know how to play the game, and then I'm gonna fight this like year long 25, 24, 26, 2700 elo, veteran, rank 1, level 900, pro player, you know what I'm saying? Like, I go from like, I mean, I'm literally jumping up. My one match to the next, the gap in elo will be around 1,000. 1,000 elo, like bracket from like one bracket movement. You know what I mean? Like one unit of bracket is the difference of 1,000 elo. What is that, dude? And then I'll go down to the losers bracket and I'll go back down 1,000 elo. So I mean that's just obviously a gap in availability. You know, I mean that's not really the tournament's fault, but I just think that's pretty amazing. You know, it's worth noting, I guess. So, anyway. 9 Force Devil Gen, dude. Loser of last game bans. Here we go. Rock on. Wi-Fi issue. We're playing Brawlhalla in 2026 on Wi-Fi. That's what he said in the chat. He said Wi-Fi issue. I don't know why you would even launch this game if you don't have a 1 gigabyte per second mounted fiber router with a Cat 6 Ethernet cable coming directly out of the router into the back of your, like, you know what I'm saying, like Z790 motherboard on your i9 14900K. Like that's what I'm on, and I'm like barely satisfied. I mean, I know it's not on my end, but I still get lag because I guess, but it'll only be like universal server lag, where it's like, holy shit, I just lagged so bad. Did you guys see that, like on my stream, you know? And they'll be like, oh yeah, that just happened to me too. And it's like, okay, well that's just the game itself lagging, the online installment of the game or whatever. So I don't have any lag at all, you know? I mean, I can't have any lag. It's like impossible. I'm literally on like light internet. Like I'm on genuinely like the highest available plan of just pure light. It just runs on fucking light. So I don't know how I could lag, but I still do. It's pretty amazing. Good down sig. Good down sig again there. Nice punish. I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I'm just like, I mean, I guess I am being a little bit mean. I could probably cool down a little bit. You know, you just get that momentum built up, that negativity momentum. Yep. See you later. Yeah, it's kind of interesting actually. Last season, this has never happened to me before, and really, honestly, I've never even heard of this or seen this in my life of Brawlhalla. But I hit my peak elo for the season 3 weeks in. I was 92nd in US East, 2409, Valhallan, 3 weeks in. I was rank 1 Lucian in the world on the just like the elo leaderboard for the legend elo leaderboard, and I remained. I think my peak and several weeks later my actual elo remained at rank 1 Lucian in US East for like almost the entire season. I think one person a few weeks before the end of the season finally did pass me my peak, but yeah, I was rank 1 Lucian in the world and then rank 1 in US East for like 2 months of season 40. And I think even all the way up until the end, I would have been top 3 or 4 Lucians global for all of season 40. So I mean that was interesting. But I like for the rest of the entire season, I got back up to like 2380. Like last season I hit 2451 on Asuri, and I was ranked 6 Asuri in US East on like the last day of the season. So that was pretty good. I was like top 16 global Asuris. But yeah, 2451. That's like my all-time peak elo by like 22 or whatever. And last season I hit 2409. 3 weeks in, I had multiple people telling me like much higher rated players. They were like, "Oh, dude, you could easily get 25 or 2600. Like you're already like 2600 level right now. You could probably push for like 27 or something." It's like I don't know what's wrong with me, but that was not the case. Let's go ahead and get this over with. Oh, it restarts the timer. If I change the results, it restarts it. So don't do that. Um, which I'm not sure how you would implement that into a website and think it's a good idea, because if I report the results, well, okay, I see it though, because if you were to report the wrong results and it were to like auto confirm because they didn't accept it manually, then you could change the results at like the last second or whatever. So you wouldn't want that. So that's why you restart the timer so that it's equally opportune for both parties to verify if they want. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna have to sit here and wait for this guy because everybody just instantly fucking leaves after the game's over because they're upset. Verify. Holy shit, dude. I mean, there's probably not even a point in, making an attempt to move this along because I'm gonna go straight into the next round and I'm gonna have to sit there and wait for a half an hour. So I don't know what the hell kind of a rush I'm in. I forgot I was recording a video for a second. I started thinking about my girlfriend, and but here we are. Here we are waiting for this guy. Yeah, I just totally blanked out for a second. That was kind of weird. Can't hear. I have no idea if I'm even like speaking well because I can't hear myself talk because of my headphones. So, if a pronunciation or a little bit of a syllable just gets out of control, don't worry about it. Yeah, what do you say we get into some action here? What do you say we throw down? What are we doing? What are we thinking? What are we playing? Let's see. What happened in the last patch? We had a bow nerf. Guns are unchanged. We had a guitar nerf. We had hammer nerfs. We had orb buffs. That's right. Yeah, orb is better. Chakram buff. Let's see what else we got. Sidra nerfs? No. Hold on. What did they nerfed a legend like pretty hard, I thought. Probably was irrelevant. Whatever. I think they changed some super stances. They did. They changed some super stances, and then let's see. I don't know if they touch cannon. I don't think they touch cannon, gauntlets, greatsword. Let's. Yeah, for the most part, it's probably didn't really matter that much. I mean, I think bow is like still getting away with having some tech on it that's just like totally broken, and they're figuring it out. Slowly over the course of a decade, they've kind of been like, okay, well, that's a little sus. So, that guy, what he's doing right there, I don't know about all that. I don't know. I think we're gonna have to change that. So, the team reports are not matching. Please review your reports carefully. Nice. Totally Prominence reported a game on behalf of. Is it a best of 5? Said they were all best of 3s, but I'm seeing I'm seeing... Yeah. Yeah, no, I won, okay, and then approve. Approve. Why is it... I reported the game results as me winning, game 1, game 2. Then he reported the game results minutes later of me winning, game 1, game 2. But I had to click multiple, not one, but multiple buttons to confirm that those are the results of the game when those are the results that I reported. So he didn't have to confirm the results. I had to confirm the results. But it's two separate things. There's a button for reporting the results, and then there's a button to view your opponent, what they have done, their activity. So it's two different things, two different routes of reality that you could take, where there would be one reality where he approves my results, and then one reality where he reports his own individual results, and then I would have to approve that. So that, to me, that right there, that's a certified put a stamp on it fucking mistake. That's what that is. Doesn't make any sense. At least on this, from the, you take it at surface value. I'm gonna go out there and say every day of the week that doesn't make any goddamn sense. So I don't really like fighting Hexo because he kind of plays like a fucking asshole the whole time. Like he just plays like a little bit of a, I don't know, you call it like a douchebag, a little bit of a dickhead, a little bit of a piece of shit, but he's just, he's been doing this a long time. You gotta have some respect, all right? He's been on this grind, doing the same shit out here, fucking laying it down day after day, month after month for a long time, okay? So you take him seriously when he fucking gets into a lobby, all right? But he won't take it that seriously because he's got to maintain this image, right? He's cool. He knows he's cool, right? He lives for that. He wakes up every morning. He looks himself in the mirror and he thinks I'm cool. So he would never. Oh my God, are you kidding? He would never let off that that he would take anything seriously because that would be, God forbid. So, but anyway, you just got to be real careful. You got to navigate these type of psyche in a little more cautious way, right? So 597475. Let's go ahead and get into the lobby. 597475. Here we go. Nope, 475. There we go. Join the lobby. Oh, and he's, oh yeah, he's got it all. He's got the name. He's got no clan. He's got the title. He's got the avatar. He's got the fucking podium. He's locked in on the Giro. Dude, yeah. Yeah, this, he's going to give me a run for my money. That's what he's going to do. He wants first place and he wants it now. So let's go ahead and make it happen here. Let's go ahead and just get on this rank 1 Lucian Global and fucking see what we can do. I mean, I don't know if much is going to happen. I think it's going to be a relatively boring game, to be honest, because if we take a look at my hours here, you will see that last 2 weeks, 17 and a half hours in the last 2 weeks, and I would say all of those are from more than a week ago because I haven't launched this game. So I just haven't launched the game. But here we go. Getting into the first match here. This is electric. I live for this. Holy fuck. Fully locked in. Oh, he wants that dodge. He wants that dodge. Watch out for that dodge. And then he's cautious. He's waiting for my attacks, my wake up, so he can get a nice easy punish. He's going in. He's going in. Low punish moves. He wants to be safe. He wants to get that dodge. Yeah. Yeah. Stand there. Wait. Yep. Yeah. Wait. Patience. Caution. He learned that. He learned that from grinding. Grinding. He learned all that. Studying analysis, replays, coaching. Oh my God. He's in his ultimate form. Look at that safe nair. Look at that. Look at that GC catch that aerial movement right there from that nair that he hit me. Read the fast fall. Didn't chase dodge my nair. Didn't hit shit. Oh, he's ready for that punish. Going for a safe dodge read, but I catch him with some sort of a response. Here we go. Get the kill. He's not dead. I'm on 5-4. Did they nerf that shit? Oh, well, I forgot. Giro has 5 defense. That's what's going on. Oh, he's so careful. Oh, yeah. Good avoidance there. He read that I was going to attack. And, yep, catch the air. Oh, he's ready. He's trying to catch me slipping. He's trying to get a stock lead. He wants to get that stock lead. He's ready to just end it now. He just wants the set to be over now. And then my fucking energy drink can just, like, exploded. What the fuck was that? Alright, got the kill on him. But he's got a nice damage lead. He's feeling confident now because he looks at my health bar and he sees that it's at 154, and he knows that he's not going to have to do a tremendous amount of work to get this stock off. And look at that confidence, look at that movement. And then he just sees, oh, well, that was stupid. He recovered right into me, so I just get the CZ punish. Going to stand here because I have a lot of time. You know, he could attack sooner rather than later, or he could attack later. He's got that ball knowledge. He's got that game knowledge, that experience, seasoned veteran. Look at that. Jump towards me and then dodge up. Bait the attack. Look at that. Jump towards me, dodge up. There it is. But then he comes in with the dare. He mixes it up. You see that? You see that mix up right there? He didn't attack, but then he noticed that I didn't do anything, right? Because he was trying to bait an attack, but he realized that he's not baiting anything because I'm not attacking. So then he can just go in for that attack, and he's just patient waiting in the air, go for that dare, in the air, in the air, and then now he's trolling me because he thinks I suck because I'm not doing anything, because I'm talking instead of playing the game. Goes in for that dare, goes in for a safe little action, and then he dodges away because he knows that I'm going to try to punish it. He knows that I'm going to try to punish the thing that he just did, because so first of all, he knows it's not punishable, and second of all, he knows that I'm going to try to punish it. So then he's already ready. In his mind, he's like, oh yeah, he's going to go for something, force out an option. That's what he's doing. He's doing these things to provoke and force out options in people. He's learned how to do that from thousands of hours of studying and practice and gameplay. That's what that is. You see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I mean? Now, let's go over to my highest level legend, Taros, and let's see what kind of danger we can get ourselves into. Let's go ahead and just ban that map and ban this map and this one. And he'll go ahead and select Demon Island again. Now, did we play on Demon Island last time? I actually don't remember. That was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. So now he is feeling like there's no challenge at all. Right now he sees me and he sees, oh, I'm just gonna move around in the air. I can walk up and hit this guy. I can not do anything, and when he attacks, he's gonna miss because my movement and my options are safe. I have good dexterity. I have good opportunity. Look at the confidence. Look, he doesn't care. He's in my face. He doesn't think I'm going to do anything. He can just move around me, and yep, and then wait for the dodge, but then he just resets. It's all neutral resets. Dodge in the air, and then go up and hit me, and then go for a little read, and then go, and then, yep, because he did that move, and I tried to go over him, he goes up and hits a jump attack. Oh, but see right there, I faked him out. I didn't go through. But then yeah, that's good. No, but he's practiced that. He knows what he's doing. He knows he can do D-Light Dare, and then people dodge away all the time. He just reads the dodge away, does a little, starts over, and then he's got the full kill combo because, it's already a predetermined combo. So, and then here we go. He can just throw a little move in there in between, and then I'm going to do something, and then he's going to punish it. Throw a little move in there, look, dodge, look, and then move, he's waiting. Throw out a little move, dodge, yep, throw out a little move, but then it hits me, but it doesn't matter if it will or not. And then here we go, and then, yep, and then wait for the dodge and catch it, yep, and then I'm going to dodge down, but he just spot dodges everything. Yeah, at this point, full confidence, no care in the world. Zero threat. This guy has never felt less threatened in his whole life. He does not think that it is mathematically possible for him to lose this game. He thinks literally 150 times out of 150 times he will win right now. So he's doing whatever he wants. It doesn't matter if he sigs. It doesn't matter if he throws his weapon. He can do any attack. He can dodge. All he has to do, he doesn't even have to have any sort of predetermined idea of what I'm going to do. He can just react to what's happening on his screen. Look, just move around, throw out an attack, jump, dodge, and then go and try to punch that over there. Okay, and then, yep, and then that sig has no startup, by the way. If you don't know that, little Giro tech, there's no startup on the side sig, so you can beat out a lot of options in the frame data will win. Like literally it cannot, it's like impossible for something to beat that because everything else has lower startup than that. So I don't know if you know much about frame data, but see now he's getting a little bit confident. You see there's just, look, yeah, it's just, yep, and then GC, he likes to do that a lot. He likes to notice when I'm in the air, I think, or after a hit, and then you see how he did that again? He can do that gravity cancel and just, it gives him a little bit of an edge because rather than having to wait for him to land to do a move, he can just do the move right then and there. So that was an easy set for him, that was just an easy cleanup. No challenge, no thought. He doesn't care. I don't know if he knows that it's a best of 3, and I don't know if I know if it's a best of 3. It's a best of 3, so he doesn't know that. That's why he picked his legend again. So we'll go ahead and report these results for him. We'll go ahead and take care of him because he's worked hard. So I'll put in the leg work, the footwork for him, and we can make that fair. He's earned it. He's got his game plan pretty dialed in. He's been on that grind. He's been playing a lot of ranked, more than most people, more than almost anybody else in the game. So he wants it. I just really hope that he succeeds and that he gets where he wants to go in life as a whole. because you can tell when somebody is working hard and they're determined and they actually learn from their mistakes and they make those actionable changes and they see those patterns, they recognize that rhythm. That's when you start to see some results. That's what he wants. He wants results. So let's see where we're at now. So now after another 30 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever, we can actually finally, everything's gone exactly according to plan because there was only really one root of reality that would happen to begin with. So now we're here. We've made it to the landmark point where we can proceed with our analysis and our prediction. So we've got to go to, remember, page 3. That's what I was on. Here we go. So I lost here. Let's see where I ended up. Let's see where I ended up. I didn't end up anywhere here. So I have progressed. I have progressed in the bracket. Now hold on a second because I wasn't on page 3. That's the problem. You got to remember it's two separate things. You got to match it up. You got to line it up. We have plant here, aka flower. I'm guessing. I'm assuming. I'm going out on a limb and calling it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this is a different plant. I think this is a different plant. Because I do believe that if the actual flower was in this lobby, that they would be seed 1, and I closed out the tab. That's my mistake. Let's go ahead and just restart it. It's probably couldn't hurt to give it a refresh anyway, so let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, I've memorized how to get to where I was before, so I'm getting there a lot faster now. That's pretty good, dude. I've got it all down, got the patterns down. So we are waiting on one match here that has not made any progress yet, and then they're gonna fight another guy called Deshaun Mine, and then he's waiting. So then the winner of that, which will probably be in about an hour and a half, because it would be 2 matches, so usually on average time of roughly, you could break that down, but the winner of those, so this game, winner of that game will fight the guy that is behind me, and the winner of that match will decide who fights me to go into top 8. So we're going to be here for a fucking long time. Yeah, I think I'm going to end this video here, and maybe I'll actually try, since I'm in loser's bracket now, I might actually put in a little bit of effort to progress and see if we can, get into some fucking heated matches. We got NIT Django, gonna have to fight that guy. We got Plant. Yeah, so it's gonna be good stuff. But yeah, this is gonna take a very long time. Oh, wow, we actually got a surprise progression in real time right there. Actionable moment. Actionable, real, tangible progression moment. So now we have Fire versus Deshaun Mine fighting. This guy has never, he just launched his account. It's brand new. It's literally this tournament's fresh account. This guy's played a couple, 2, 3 tournaments. So these guys are going to fight to the death and decide who will go up against Shmuel. Now Shmuel here, let's see, he's played 30 games. How many games have I played? That's what I want to know. I've played 67 games, 6-7. I've played 6-7 games. What the fuck are the chances of it being 6-7? Because I just played my 67th game, so that's a little bit simulation-esque, I would say, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just wait for these not 1 but 2 matches, and then they will decide who fights me, and then we'll probably have to wait because I see here that everybody else is waiting. We have paused matches. I think they're trying to let the tournament progress all at the same time. Uh, which, one way or another, we're all going to have to wait anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I could probably literally get in my car and go drive across town and get like some ice cream and sit outside in the 90-degree heat and eat the ice cream. And then we could oh, I got a response from a YouTuber. Type shit, type shit, type shit. Alright, yeah, I think I'm just gonna end the video here. It's been long enough. I think I've gotten everything off my chest and expressed in real time exactly what I wanted to just put out there and make clear. You know, from my point of view, this was my point of view of Brawlhalla tournaments in 2026 as a 10 plus 10 and a half year player. You know, this is where we're at with it. I have basically stopped playing Brawlhalla. I've pretty much stopped grinding altogether. I don't know if I will continue to grind it. I think my problem is that I don't really have the energy and motivation and time to just put into the game because it feels like I am at a disadvantage playing against my competitors. And I just really missed the boat by falling out of the game for like an entire year. Like right when I hit my peak and I got to power rank 75 and I had been doing good all year. I competed all year long and I didn't go to BCX and then I just did not really grind or play much at all in 2025. So I think that you know, I just think the ship may have sailed. I know at the end of the day it's all up to me. It's all my choice. Like it can be whatever it's whatever you make it. Life is whatever you make it. But I do think that like in my mind I have moved on to other things that I am much more passionate about and have a lot more like belief and like and just yeah, I just have a lot more drive in other places in my life where I think I could reach further. And I think it's important that I am able to make that choice to have commencement in my life, you know, end one thing, begin a new thing, and I that's kind of just where I'm at with it. So I wanted to put this on my YouTube channel, and whoever the hell watches it, I don't really care. It's just my channel. Really, what I've noticed is that it's kind of just like my video diary in a way, but it is. I mean, it's like kind of fixed content, but I still manage to like express, you know, through the things that through just like Brawlhalla videos and whatever, like I'm still expressing just my life as a whole. So it really is like a video diary, but I might also I don't really want to wait. I don't really have any intention of just sitting here. I mean, I could go do other things with my life and just not really deal with this. So I might just go ahead and give somebody a free top 8. This Shmuel guy will probably have to fight me, and then, you know, I doubt he's ever been in a top 8 before. I don't know who he is, but I'm just going to go out on a limb. He's tier 3, so I definitely don't think he's ever been top 8 in a tournament before, so I might just give it to him for free and make somebody else's day better, you know, because I know that when I was competing back in the day and I was really on the up and up, like I was actively working on improving and trying to make money and get higher PR and like elo and stuff. I it happened to me multiple times, and I just wish that I was like, God, dude, I don't want to fight this guy. He's probably gonna beat me. What if he just like got DQ'd and then I just went past him? And that happened to me a lot. That improved my PR, I think. So I think it might be my time as an unk, an old head, to just pass it along
Online.
and just walk away. I don't know. I just think that you know, my will and my like desire to win and just like I it feels like this is what it feels like. I don't have anything left to prove in Brawlhalla. I don't need to prove to anybody that I can beat them or that they're not better than me or that they don't know as much as me. I think that I just really honestly don't care anymore. And I'm like perfectly content with just accepting that and walking away. So once you make that choice in your mind, it's hard to go back. I mean, it's just, you know, you lose time, you lose time's never on your side. Everybody else is grinding, putting in the work. Am I really ever going to catch up to them or be able to beat them? Is it really as simple as just getting on and analyzing games every day and, you know, oh, let's see what happened here. Let's see this replay. So I'm doing well in the beginning. I catch like his dodge, whatever, and I would say that, let's see, when do I get to center stage? So I get to center stage right here, and I probably Dashing is bad. There was no need for me to dash right there and do a dash jump. That was kind of just unnecessary because our spacing was pretty even and I had center stage. So I basically, by by using an option that puts me into frames, he was able to do an attack. This game, you got to take into consideration that you're basically just playing rock, paper, scissors. But it's it's also like since it's not turn based, it's in real time. That means that there's an opportunity for you to do nothing, and you can sometimes see what your opponent chooses before you have to choose something. So then that just like if you use your movement right, technically you could just make it so that like you can make me make a rock paper scissors choice and then you can just pick whatever beats it. That's like what Brawlhalla is from my perspective. He can stand there and I will do rock paper or scissors, and let's say I do paper and then he can pick scissors, and he can keep doing that over and over and over again. But if he's always waiting for me, that's how you get those passive games. Is that if he knows that if he's waiting for me to pick rock paper or scissors, and I'm waiting for him to pick rock paper or scissors, we're not doing anything. We're statically moving. But then it would just be even more subtle. Then it would be like, okay, if nobody's gonna dash or attack, then that means that at one point or another, we will be our spacing will be in range to hit each other because the game is too fast paced for you to be able, and we're human. So if we're both trying to hit each other, but we don't want to make a mistake, we don't want to pick rock, paper, or scissors first. So like dashing, dodging, attacking, jumping, just things like that. Like you will. There's only so much room on the stage, and the game is so fast paced that you will close the distance. And once both players are in each other's hit range, it's only a matter of whoever chooses to dodge or doesn't choose to dodge, and then you have to pick the right option to hit where they actually are. So ideally, you want pretty low reaction time. You want to be able to focus really hard and remember patterns of what you see of what your opponent's doing, like in those moments where you close that gap. So let's try to take an examination of that. So okay, so he burns he burns all his options at once. That was really bad, but obviously he's not trying. I know that he knows that I'm lower level than him and that he doesn't care what he really does. He's not putting in his like this is not his best gameplay. So I go up and get in there, but then he knows that I don't have any sort of contingency plan. He knows that he's also in danger because he has no options. So he pretty much has to come down with an attack. But I just basically give up my advantage state. I give it away completely for free because I jump for no reason. If I'm going to jump, why would I jump only to fast fall and return to the ground? How would that be any better than just staying on the ground? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So now I burn my options, and then this was just bad because he knew that I was going to land with something. He's seen that a million times. He's seen so many players that are lower level go into the air and then they get scared, and he knows that I'm afraid because I used my recovery. So if he takes me off stage with Scythe, he can kill me. So he knows for a fact 100% of the time I will land with an attack. And all he has to do is stand right there, watch me select rock, and he can select paper. So he hits me, catches my dodge. If I would have jumped, this would have hit me, but I don't. But it doesn't matter anyway because he can cover it with another option. So he does another option and another option and another option, and then they all run into each other and simultaneously flow into a follow-up to that move. So you understand what I'm saying? You can do one, you can do two, but two is followed up by three, and three is followed up by four. And at no point in there is there like it's not like 3 goes into 5, so you have to have 4 to connect it. It's just it flows so beautifully. That's why Scythe and like Sword and certain weapons, I mean, maybe it's true for all weapons, but I do think some more than others, you just really start to find that rhythm of like, there's not a lot of windows of opportunity for your opponent to actually get a punish. I mean, there's just not enough frame data. There's not enough space or time, or you can't react fast enough. Like, it just doesn't really work. So, obviously, here he tried to jump. He made a mistake. He died. But without him making a mistake, I am definitely not playing in a way that would... Like, this is good. Okay, so... I know he has this habit of coming towards me, so, like, I kind of float... Where was I? I float around him. And then he finally makes a move because he notices that I fast fall to the ground a lot. I jump up and he notices that I try to come down quickly, so he tries to react to that by doing an end light, but I don't fast fall. So then I get a punish, and I don't get anything out of it. I could have jumped and nared. Yeah, I'm trying to go into his range, but then like I go into his range just for a second, and then he doesn't do anything, and then I try to like space out if he were to chase me. Okay, so like right here. This is what I was talking about in the middle of the game. So he notices that I'm not attacking. So he goes for an attack. And it hits me because I don't because you got to think so like he's coming towards me and he's not attacking and he's waiting for me to attack. Then in my mind, I know that when he comes towards me, I don't think he's going to attack, but he also doesn't think that I'm going to attack. We're in that state that I was just referring to with the rock paper scissors. So then he throws out an attack because what the hell, right? So that now then he catches a string and now it turns into an offstage situation. He misses it, but then I attack, so he gets me again, and then I attack and he gets me again. And it's all these moments of like these small resets where okay, so like this is a reset. We're in neutral again, and he just like crashed out, like he stopped trying because he realized he's got a huge lead at this point. But especially with these higher dexterity, very low, very tight frame data weapons and characters, it's so good because you can keep resetting over and over and over. You can keep creating new neutral opportunities and new situations, and then your advantage state is very often the odds are in your favor. They remain in your favor because you can when you miss an attack or when you put yourself in frames or you give up positioning on the stage, those are all grounds to lose your advantage state. But then if you're playing something like, it's like Guichabu with Lin Fei on guitars, if he does an attack and he misses, it doesn't it's not as big of a deal as like whiffing a sig on Volkov or something where you have all this frame data because that is like enough frame data where your opponent could punish you. But if your opponent can't punish you, are you really giving up your advantage state or are you just creating more stimulation and more like into the fight where it would just be it would be converted into another opportunity to get a new advantage state. That's the thing is like I think that's something that I missed a long time ago as a player, and if I would have noticed this like early on, it's just too little too late. I realize what the reality of the game is now after all like my multiple coaching sessions with just so many like all these different pros and different top players at different points in time. I've gathered enough to be able to like fully understand Brawl, but I just don't I never went through the process. I never put in like the work and did the right things to get to their get the same results. But the knowledge is there now. I think it's just the actual practice is not there. So I can't in real time make those choices that I see after the fact or when like I'm analyzing a game between a couple of pro players. But yeah, I think I'm just so many steps behind that in my mind I feel already defeated, whether it's like that or not. So I keep repeating myself, talking in circles, probably stop the video. But I just wanted to make a point, and maybe for anybody out there who doesn't have like the same level of like wisdom or experience or knowledge, I hope I can make it clear for you. I would say that anybody could get on this game and get results and do very well. This is a pretty equal playing field, I think, for the most part. You can get on and get really good, and I think anybody could get 2700, anybody could get 2800 if you want it bad enough. Because I've seen people that have 10,000 hours, they've only played one character, and they never change their play style or their strategy or like the attacks they use. They never change what they do, but they just learn how to adapt. This game is just adapting. That's all you're doing because you're playing rock, paper, scissors. It's just does your opponent choose rock, paper, or scissors? Do they mix it up? When do they mix it up? How do they mix it up? And this is very common amongst all walks of single player and 1v1 styles of games. 2v2 in this game, I think is quite a bit different. And I do like that this game has doubles a lot because if it weren't for doubles, I would say that this game never would have made it. Um, a lot of people only get on to play twos with their friends. The solo queue thing was very lately added, but anyway, all glory and love to Brawlhalla. I think that this game is, also, can we just point out the fact that I don't have any glory? Never received my glory from last season. I have 714 glory. I had collectively, I think I had about 650 wins in ones and twos. So with my losses, I probably had, 22 or 2300 games played and ranked. And the update dropped for the new season or whatever, and I never received any glory at all for the end of season. I don't know if I have to claim it. I don't know if, yeah, I just don't know what's going on. I've never seen this before. This is my 38th season, and I have never launched the game after a season reset and not received my glory. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't even care anymore. I'm not even going to bother to reach out. I would just rather them hear it from other people, or maybe I'm the only one. I don't know. But I don't really care. I'm just going to go now, so see ya.